Hey guys, we're going to do a quick little discussion on how to graph your solutions to inequalities. Because inequalities are unlike equations, they do not have just one exact solution. They have a multitude of solutions, and so graphing your solutions is one way to show all of the solutions that are included in that one inequality. So real quick, this is a review. When your sign is greater than or less than, you use an open dot because that value is not included in your solution. And then we'll talk about that, what that means. And then if your your inequality symbol has the line under it, which means greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, you're going to use a closed dot because your solution, that value is included in your solution set because of that or equal to. So first you must solve your inequality first to get the variable by itself, just like an equation. So over here on the left, you have 4 plus a is greater than 6. So this is just a one-step inequality. We want to get the a by itself, so we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. And we're left with a is greater than 2. Now our solution is not 2, it's anything that's greater than 2. So 2.1, 5, 1,000. And so we want to show that in a number line. So I always do the value of your solution that's written in your solution, and then one value less and one value greater than for our number line. So we're going to put 2, 3, and then one less 1. So 1, 2, and 3. Because our solution does not include 2, it doesn't have the or equal to, we're just going to do an open dot, because 2 is not a possible solution, but everything greater than 2 is a possible solution. So you're going to shade your graph to the all numbers greater than 2. All right, and notice open dot because 2 is not included in our solution. So let's try one where you have a greater than or less than or equal to. So we want to get n by itself, so we're going to add 15 to both sides. Now we have n is less than or equal to 7. So again, I'm going to do 6, 7, 8. That line underneath it means that our solutions to n is anything less than 7 or equal to 7. So 7 is included, so we're going to actually close that dot. And then anything less than 7. So you're going to shade towards the numbers that are less than 7. So I like to say less than, you go left, and then greater than, go right. But less than, go left. So this is all you need for your notes, but to get credit for watching this video, you need to include these next 4 practice problems underneath your notes. So pause this video if you need it. But these are the 4 practice problems we're going to go through. And notice we're just graphing with these practice problems. There's no solving that we're going to do. So quickly pause the video, write down these 4 problems, these 4 solutions, I should say, and the 4 number lines. And when you're done, go ahead and play the video. All right, so let's work on our solutions where the variable's on the left. It's natural to read that way, but then I want to talk about when your variable's on the right and how you have to be careful with graphing. So number 1, x is greater than or equal to negative 10. So that or equal to means we're going to shade in the dot on negative 10. Now you want to be careful with your negative numbers because it appears they get larger to the left, but remember, the larger the negative, the less the value. So when it says greater than or equal to negative 10, you're actually going to the right still, to the greater values, closer to 0. So be careful when you're graphing those negatives. All right, and if you're using a pencil and not a color, you want to make sure that you can tell which way your arrow goes. So x is less than 2. Since x cannot be 2, we're not going to shade in that circle. And we're going to go to the left because less than goes left. All right, so here's where I want you to pause and pay special attention when your solution reads where the variable's on the right. Because your graph is graphing the possibilities for your variable, you want to read the sentence from your variable. This does not read x is greater than negative 4. It reads x is less than negative 4. So again, read from your variable. I wouldn't advise rewriting it because a lot of times we forget to flip our sign, but if you want to, just make sure if you flip the sides of your variable and constant, you need to flip your inequality sign as well. And sometimes that helps us read it just a little bit better. So when we go to graph it, there's no equal to bar, so you're going to leave an open dot on -4. And again, we're not shading to the greater than side. We're not going to the right because x is not greater than -4. X is less than -4, so we're going to go to the lesser values. Less than, go left. All right, and one more. So on number 4, again, if you want to rewrite it, you can, but this is not, we're not going to go to the left because it's not x is less than less than 7. It's x is greater than or equal to 7. So we're going to have closed dot on 7. And since x is anything greater than or equal to 7, we're going to go to the greater values. All right, just make sure you have these 4 practice problems underneath your notes, and you'll be good to go for class tomorrow.